In fact, one of our, I guess, biggest businesses that we work with is actually escape rooms. So we
Uh,
know yeah, so we know a lot about what goes into the website down to the strategies that work, and it's a really awesome, unique field.
okay, so
So
I gotta stop you here because this is one
yeah.
of the things that I think is the most fun for me as a marketer and doing this
Mm.
was the more fun my businesses were, the more fun
Yeah,
they were to market. And I think escape rooms would be the
cool.
absolute cat's meow of
Yeah.
Hey there, peeps. This is Michelle Nedelak. Thank you for listening to the show. I would love if you could give us your opinion on how you felt about the show, your experience that you have in regards to what we've been talking about. I am having an absolute blast, but your input is like dynamite on that explosion. So give us your input. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions, comments, concerns? Give us everything you got. We love it. Thanks. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome to the Business Ownership Podcast, brought to you by Awareness Strategies, helping you navigate the waters between entrepreneurship and ownership. Hey there, peeps. This is Michelle Nedelek, and I'm super glad that you're here with us today because I am here with my most amazing guest, Logan. Logan, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me, Michelle. Thank you.
Awesome. So give everybody the highlight of who you are and what you do for business.
Yeah, so my name's Logan Hughes, and within the last 4 or 5 years, I've been working within a marketing agency, and I've recently kind of shifted some things from having my own business and merged it with Hype. But prior to that, I was really all over the place in terms of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. I had several types of 9 to 5 jobs, and it wasn't till a little after college that I started working with my cousin in medical device sales, and that was for 7 years, and it allowed me to, live comfortably, get my own place, and establish a family. But at the same time, I'm very creative. I graduated with a graphic design degree. I've been involved with music. I love creation and everything around that. So, uh, needless to say that when I was sucked into dealing with Excel sheets every day, it wasn't the right mix. I always
Like,
kind of say
kill
the
me
same.
now.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's funny. I always use this as an example because my sister, she knew at an early age, literally like freshman or sophomore year of high school, that she wanted to become a dental hygienist. For whatever reason, that's what she wanted to do. And I was always envious of that. Like,
Right?
why is it that I can't really find that? And it wasn't until really within the sixth or seventh year of working with my cousin that, you know, I got to the point where I was like, I need to do something on my own. And that's when I sort of started, looking around to sort of see what I could do that both fits my creativity and helping people out. I, I I think a big component of myself is just being of service to others. And so how can I do that with also having that creativity and that fulfillment, right? So yeah, it was a crazy shift. I can go in a little bit more detail about that shift in a little bit here if you like, but yeah, that's really how everything started. It was just, trying to bounce back in 9 to 5s and eventually finding my way into starting my own business, becoming an entrepreneur, and really shifting into the marketing space. So,
Nice. I love it. So in the marketing particular, because sales in a in health services is a totally different mindset than marketing. So was it because you had the graphic design background that you went, hey, let's go into marketing and use this? Or was there something else driving you into the marketing aspect of it?
no, that's really it. It was really the creative piece that was a big focal point of moving forward. And thank you know I started with the Ty Lopez course that talked about like social media management, and I was like, well, this is great. I can create graphics for businesses and get paid a little bit. But I eventually moved and found my first mentor, um, the late Aaron James, in Boston, Massachusetts. But he showed me how to build websites, and that was really like an eye opener deal where I could build beautiful websites for businesses that need it, and that was really got me into the whole marketing space. And before that, it was Facebook ads and Google ads. So I played, I learned as much as I could without really getting sick of each one, and then really finding my love of of websites. And you could,
I
I'll
laugh
tell you,
only because it's familiarity.
right, 100%. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a marketer. I love marketing. I love helping business owners out, but man, at the same time, it also has, some downsides to it. So it's that balance point from myself personally where, I want to grow my business, obviously, and I want to be able to support my family, but how can I do this as much of a human way that I possibly can, right? So it's a weird middle ground there.
Love it. So, who would you say you love to work with right now? Either your ideal client or who comes to you
Hmm.
most?
Yeah. Um, there's weirdly enough, there's when I first started this, I was getting a lot of um without me having to put in work or target anyone in general, I was getting a lot of people within the spiritual world, a lot of
Oh,
nonprofits, a lot of churches, even down to I guess you could say maybe some of the more woo-woo type of stuff.
yeah.
But that's really what gravitated towards me without really me looking for it. So I learned a lot about the coaches in that space and building websites and sales funnels. We had some really great results with one of the clients at the time. But just like everyone else now, we're working mainly with businesses within the trade field. So, a
Okay.
lot of HVAC, electricians, and the reason why is just because our franchise, we're a franchise owner in Manchester, New Hampshire. But the beauty of this is that there's 11 of us out there throughout the country. So no matter what business that you're in, if we work with you, we're able to compile all that data. So we know what works. In fact, one of our I guess, biggest businesses that we work with is actually escape rooms. So we
Uh,
know yeah, so we know a lot about what goes into, the website down to the strategies that work, and it's a really awesome, unique field.
okay, so
So
I gotta stop you here because this is one
yeah.
of the things that I think is the most fun for me as a marketer and doing this
Mhm.
was the more fun my businesses were, the more fun
Yeah,
they were to market. And I think escape rooms would be the
cool.
absolute cat's meow of
Yeah,
we get
yeah,
to do what?
yeah. It's so fun, and we actually have a franchise owner in Oregon who specifically works with um that industry. So there's a big convention that happens. So he gets to go to like all cool like haunted house conventions and then escape room conventions. So he's got it good. He definitely he's got a
Nice.
good niche going on. But yeah, I think that's the great thing is that no matter really what the business is,
Mhm.
more than likely we have a lot of data that goes with it and it knows what works and doesn't work. Yeah.
Well, what I also like about that is especially when you're creative, it'll spark your creativity. So then you go
Mm.
and work with somebody like a law firm or a dentist's office, and they're like, well, I don't know, we're the same as every other dentist's office. It's like,
Oh, right.
no, there's something about you. Like, describe your,
Mm.
and all of a sudden you start getting into the experience that the client has, which nobody
Mm.
ever thinks about really going to the
Yeah.
dentist or the lawyer.
Right.
And it just, to me, it's fun and exciting because that kind of spurs that creativity that
Mm.
then allows you to be even more effective with the businesses that are finding themselves kind of drowning in the monotony of their competitors.
Yeah, that's a really great point. And that is the reason why I also tend to gravitate towards entrepreneurs or young business owners that are just getting started because I love the branding component of it. As a creative, graphic design, you're talking about logos, you're talking about brand manuals, really putting together that messaging component. I love it. So working with business owners that are just looking to get started, maybe not even having a website yet, to be able to talk them through why branding matters, why it's super important in the overall marketing strategy. Sorry, my Slack's going off. But yeah, that's it's a really amazing part of it. And I love it so much. Just that branding part being very creative too. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. So talk to me about why, as a new business owner, I shouldn't just go to Fiverr and get a logo and put it on Wix and start my own.
Yeah, yeah. Hear that a
Please don't do
lot.
that. Please don't.
Yeah. No, I hear
But you
that
tell me why
so
they shouldn't do that.
yeah, no, it's funny. I think I've had that conversation like 3 times this week so far. Um, I think ultimately you get what you pay for. And
Mm.
what Fiverr tends to do, in terms of the logos that you can get for $50 or $100, that's not your own. Most likely it's a template that they're using and just filling in the gaps. And there's no messaging behind it. Brand messaging is incredibly important. So when we go ahead and build our logos, we have a detailed 30-minute to an hour conversation with the owner and pulling up everything from their business, who their ICA is, who they really want to connect with. Talking a little bit more about the design aspects of the colors and the font choices and so forth, and really getting a clear look at what your business stands for, and the message around. So when we eventually build this out, we don't just give you one proposal. There's multiple proposals. There's three of them. So we can
Well,
go through each one, explain the reasoning why we choose this color based on your feedback, why we choose this type of animation or look versus something else. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a really quick logo with nothing behind it, and it's most likely someone else that 100 other people have it online, then Fiverr's the mix. But if you're looking to build an actual brand in your business and have that carry you through, then I would definitely highlight that first and foremost for sure.
so I know my reasons for it, and I'm absolutely happy to get on this soapbox, but I think
Yeah.
you're going to be happy to get on this soapbox.
Yeah.
Why is it important to actually put some energy into the branding on the onset rather than waiting for, oh, when I get big, I'll have a better one?
From my experience, the branding component is really what's going to carry you through the first year of your business. And branding, yes, the logos, the look and the feel is one thing, but there's also a shift happening within a marketing space, as you probably know, and that's personal branding as well, right? So when getting started within the first year of your business, getting an established logo, being clear on who your ICA is,
What's an
and
ICA?
ideal client avatar, right? So I always tend to ask newly budding entrepreneurs or looking to start a business to sit down again 30 minutes to an hour and write down exactly who your ideal client is. I've made the mistakes so much of working with clients that have been outside the scope, and it's just been a complete and utter mess, and it just sucks the energy out. It's not fun. Usually the pay is not great, and it just turns into a bad experience. So
You're here.
finding out who that is, alleviating that first and foremost is crucial. But again, establishing that messaging component is very, very clear. It needs to be clear in the beginning, and then also merging that into your personal branding. You're the face of the business, right? So creating really great content on social, expanding that, talking about who you are, what you do, I think is also very, very important nowadays.
Nice. I think new business owners understand the concept of being a personal branding a lot more than say Gen X and boomers do.
Yeah,
And trying to explain to them why they need to be the voice of the company is
yeah,
often a fun conversation.
right, yeah,
But talk to me about
100%.
kind of the new generation of business owners. They're
Mhm.
20, they're coming out of college, or they dropped out of college and went, I'd rather start a business. Totally get that too.
Yeah,
and
yep, I've been there.
and the why do they have to be the voice of their company, especially if they're starting a garbage company or landscape company?
Yeah.
Why this personal branding?
I think it ultimately, and I can give you some examples of this. Overall, I think it ultimately separates you from your competition that doesn't do that. We talk about sales. A lot of the sales component is trusting the person on the other end of the phone or the Zoom call or in person, and obviously, liking the service that they provide, but it's that personal connection. So, I think that's the high level view of this. From the people that I've talked to, I just had a podcast to come out with a 25-year-old who owns a plumbing company, and I had another conversation with a 23-year-old who owns a construction business, doing very, very well for themselves.
Nice.
What I've noticed a lot is their mindset. Is they have such an abundant mindset that it blows me away. And I don't, maybe it's a good, parenting or good people, community around them, but the mindset is always of an abundance one and being of service to others, and that's ultimately, when talking to so many different people in all walks of life, that's really what I find the most typical thing that they have is that love for servicing others and that abundance mindset. That yeah, we know that things are not going to go right and at the right time, or there's going to be some struggles here and there, but having that really great mindset has been key. So it's been really fun to talk with them about. But and they're totally fine with getting on reels and stories and whatnot, videos. They're definitely not too shy about it. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I do think it's a lot easier for them to be able to, because I mean, they were basically born on Facebook or
Sure.
born on,
Right.
some of them born on TikTok.
Yeah.
And being able to kind of understand the mentality of what becomes exciting in marketing and how you can be intriguing. Because I mean, you can take in two companies. They're a painting company, and one of them is explicitly on, hey, we will do a perfect job every time. We will come back until it's perfect for you. And then somebody else is, hey, we feel for you and this is your home and we understand that this, like, that's two very different personalities on the exact same topic. They
Yes.
almost the exact same job, and really how that mirrors the client's personality, because at the end of the day you either have the kind of people that are like, oh my god, that job was perfect, that you nailed it, it was awesome, or they are so sweet, we bring them back for cookies and coffee all the
Mhm. Yes,
time.
1,000%.
Like, which kind of
Absolutely.
client do you want? Those are two very different clients, and it almost doesn't pay to have the same ones in the
Right.
same client.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's I mean, it's funny you mentioned the painting business because, we have a client that's local that has a woman-owned painting business and she's so amazing. She's built a really great business for herself and has tons of employees and works all in New Hampshire and Massachusetts. And again, talking with her, right off the bat that she is so service driven. And that matters really more than really anything else. So yeah, and talking with her about marketing approaches and messaging is, when we're talking about Facebook ads or even Instagram ads and so forth, is that messaging component. What do you want to say to your audience and getting personal and explaining that, your experiences and what you have to offer. So yeah, it's critical. It's very, very important.
Nice. Well, and when it comes to your clients and how you're treating them, we mentioned some of the important aspects of onboarding your clients is having those meetings to really understand what they want to create, especially a half-hour meeting just about a logo is like, that's impressive, especially with a startup company, because a lot of them don't put that much time and effort into it. What other components do you look at from an onboarding position that are super important to you?
Love that question. Love it. I think from a marketing agency perspective, the onboarding component of it is the utmost important thing for us to have, not only to show good faith that we're acting in the right way, but to really bring on that retention and that relationship and that partnership with myself and with the client. So I think the most important aspect, if you're in the marketing world, you probably know this, but communication is absolutely key. I've heard horror stories of business owners that get signed up for long-term contracts. They can't reach someone for over a week, 2 weeks. Month one is good, and then month two, they can't reach anyone, right? So, and literally 80% of the people that I've talked to, business owners, that really is the case. And maybe the marketing agency that they're working with, their services are going pretty well. They just can't talk with someone, right? So establishing clear communication and a cadence is important. Being if you're again if a marketing agency in a marketing world, establishing being a leader, right? And telling the business owner that on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis, depending on the strategy, that's when we're going to meet. We're going to go through the reporting itself. We're going to ask questions. We're going to talk about seasons and trends that you're having within your business, the type of content that you want to put out, and so forth, and break it down. I had a call with a client that's interested in doing SEO, and I asked them, and I know the answer to this always is that, do you have a monthly report? Yes. Do you know anything that is going on with it? No. Right. So that's my job as a marketing agency to be able to let you know what's happening, to break down and answer your questions and getting on the same page. So clear communication, setting up a clear communication channel is probably one of the most important things on the onboarding side of it.
Nice. I
based.
love it. You have given us a ton of examples of a Cinderella story, but in a moment, I'm going to ask you an example of her Cinderella story. And before we do that, we're going to take a break.
Are you running a business over 7 figures but still struggling with technology headaches? Pay attention, you do not want to miss this offer. This podcast episode is brought to you by Awareness Strategies, who is offering a custom-built digital adoption roadmap for anyone running a business over 7 figures who's wanting to grow their business in the next 5 years. And it's not just a roadmap, they offer full implementation as well if that scares the out of you. Check out awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap for more details today. The link's in the show's notes. Don't regret not doing this. Do it now. That's awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap.
So I am super excited to hear another example of a Cinderella story of one of your clients.
Yeah. So a small, I should say back in the day, it was pretty small, but a good friend of mine brought in an electrician that at the time I think had around 2 employees or so, 2 to 3, and wanted a website, SEO and PPC, wanted all the works, and we were able to start with the website, go with SEO, and we've been with them now for around 3 years. And we've been able to see them go from small office to really massive office with, over, I think they have around 15 technicians that work with them now, really establishing a organic lead generating system where they do not have to worry about leads coming to them anymore. It's set up. They've gone when we first started with them, it was maybe 10 to 20 leads a month, but now they're hovering anywhere between 150 to 200 a month with everything that we've set up for them. So they're expanding across different states now and getting new vehicles, and it's been a really great experience. So for both of us, because I want to be able ultimately we want to be ROI driven, and we want to be able to grow with our clients, and it's just a great example of it.
Nice. I love it. So you mentioned a couple of the struggles that somebody might be having. One, if they're new and they don't have a clue about the whole branding concept, or two, if they're established but they've got really bad branding, they
Yeah,
don't know what they're doing,
yeah.
or three, they're just kind of neglected in the tech support or the digital marketing. Is there any particular stumbling blocks that somebody might be having as they're listening to this, going, "Oh my God, Logan, I need you so badly"?
Yeah, it's a good question. I tend to start everything from a marketing standpoint, from a branding and website perspective. I've built hundreds of websites myself for the last 5 years, and now luckily I have a team that's doing it for us. But my heart lies with the website itself, and I honestly believe that the messaging and the website alone is going to be able to really take you to that next level. Now, there's the social media standpoint as well. How does that look like on social media and the content creation? But the website itself. So, if anyone is interested in getting a website audit, so a good video, 5 minute, 10 minute video of your website where I can point you in the right direction, show you what's missing, what we can fix and so forth. I think that'd be very helpful, and that could also be from branding as well. So I love starting with the website and branding, and everything else from there can seem to flourish.
Love it. So I know our listeners are going to want more from you. How do they start that
Yeah.
process to get that website audit and things done?
Yeah. Feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. I'm very vocal on Facebook. I love it. I just started getting on TikTok like all the young kids and so forth, and got my Instagram and stuff up and running. But no, Facebook. I'm very active on Facebook. So just type in Logan Hughes. You see my profile picture with the green background and my face there. Send me a message. Send me a DM. I'm all about helping others. That's really ultimately what my goal here is, and really want who I want to be known as. So send me a message, even if it's about life, entrepreneurship, the beginning of your journey. I love to talk about that. Affirmations, mindset. I love to talk about that. So send me a message on Facebook, and I'll definitely respond.
I love it. So we will, of course, have all of Logan's links in the show notes. Go ahead and scroll down, click on the links, and open up in a new browser because we're not done yet. So you alluded to it at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey, but what made you realize that you were that special, kind of crazy enough to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, thank you for answering that. Asking that question, and I'll break this down very, very fast because I can go
Yeah.
on for a while. Towards the end of the business that I was previously at, I was diving in affirmations and mindset, and what does that look like? Manifestation. So every day for a year straight, I wrote down in a journal, I'm going to leave my 9 to 5 by January of this year. I'm going to be making this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Every single day I wrote that down. Now, for a year, I did that. And January came around and I wasn't going to leave my job, right? I
Like,
was, it
yeah,
was
that's not gonna
comfortable.
happen. Nope.
It was comfortable, I had benefits and so forth. And as sure as you know it, my boss was my cousin, pulled me into a room. He's like, we got a meeting, pull me in. And he's like, listen, your job's phasing out within really soon, within the next 3 months. So from now and a couple months later, we're going to help you out just to give you some time to get back on your feet. Now, luckily, at the same time, I had a couple clients, so I was making $2,000 to $5,000 a month, just supplemental on the side. But that was the universe or whoever telling me that, listen, you wrote this down in your journal for a year. It's now time to do it. And I took the leap and left without benefits, left without that comfortability, but going all in yourself, writing it down, seeing it, visualizing it, and ultimately things are gonna happen. So that was my story, and it's ever since then it's been a great experience.
I love it. And you bring up a great point that Bob Proctor used to always call the terror zone is as soon as you get close enough to your goals, you start to get scared because you're leaving the comfort of everything you know. It's like,
Yeah,
and it's going to be different. And your
yeah.
body's going, no, can't do this anymore. I'm good. I'm good. Like a little kid on the high diving board, right? Like it looked really cool
Ex-
until now. No, I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah. And one other thing I'll mention too is that having a great support system around you, right? So my wife was, on my side and, was ready to take that jump with me and so forth. So that's also ultimately important, right? Making that decisions based on your family and if it's really the right move. So obviously there's some due diligence there, but she was all for it. And luckily I had the support team around me to be able to do that and wait for everything to come to fruition.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. That is awesome. You have been absolutely awesome. Any last words
So
for our peeps?
no, again, you can feel free to shoot me a message on Facebook, Logan Hughes. You can look up Height Digital Manchester. That's my agency, and everything should be there for you to look at. But I appreciate your time, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Awesome. My pleasure. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And I know how valuable it is.
Yep.
Awesome. Peeps, this is Michelle Nedelak. Thank you for being here with us today. Be sure to subscribe to the show and share it with your friends. We love helping entrepreneurs grow.
Are you running a business over 7 figures but still struggling with technology headaches? Pay attention, you do not want to miss this offer. This podcast episode is brought to you by Awareness Strategies, who is offering a custom-built digital adoption roadmap for anyone running a business over 7 figures who's wanting to grow their business in the next 5 years. And it's not just a roadmap, they offer full implementation as well if that scares the out of you. Check out awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap for more details today. The link's in the show's notes. Don't regret not doing this. Do it now. That's awarenessstrategies.com/roadmap.